Hey guys, my name is Zena and I'm going to show you how I made Kristen while also explaining her backstory. So Kristen didn't grow up in the best household, you can say. Her upbringing wasn't tainted because her parents didn't love her or her parents did stuff to her that parents shouldn't do to children. It was more of a money was tight situation that Kristen was in, and she just knew when she wanted to grow up she didn't want to live like that. This didn't make her hate her parents at all. It just made her want to make them proud in a way, to see that their daughter doesn't have to live how they lived. Kristen is an only child. Since her parents realised even having Kristen in the house was putting financial strain on the family, they knew they couldn't do it again. But Kristen got what she wanted within reason. She wasn't spoiled, but she wasn't neglected. She just kind of lived comfortably. In her childhood, Krista didn't really do much. Not in the sense that she was lazy or she never went out. It was more about her sense of wanting to stay home and help around the house in whatever way she could, just to, take the strain off of her parents every now and again. She wasn't a loner in school. She wasn't a nobody. In fact, she was the complete opposite. A lot of people loved Kristen in school. And you know what? Kristen decided to grow up to be a people pleaser, but not in the greatest ways. At first, once she reached her teenage years, she was a model student, a role model. People looked up to Kristen, always in class, decent grades, was never late, punctuality was great. But slowly, as she got older, she started to slack. Not because she couldn't handle the work or didn't understand the material or just wasn't bothered to put the effort in, but because she got mixed in with the wrong crowd and she started hanging out with them instead of going to school. Kristen started to hang out with the quote-unquote Morgoths from her school, and obviously we all know the reputation of Morgoths. If you don't know the reputation of Morgoths, they're, somebody in the old community will skip school, whatever, spend all their time at a mall or a big social place, hang out with people older than them, do things that they shouldn't be doing, and that obviously took a huge toll on Kris. At first, her parents weren't really aware. Her grades were still great, so the school never bothered to contact them. But once her attendance started dropping and her grades started slipping, that's when they were alerted. Kristen, who didn't want to explain her lifestyle and embarrass herself in front of her parents, just said that she kept on getting marked absent because they had supply teachers, or they didn't hear her when she said present, and her parents just never decided to look into it. The only thing that raised a few eyebrows in Kristen's parents are when a new guy every month would come looking for Kristen at their door. All of these guys had a certain look to them, according to her parents. They all just didn't look right or anywhere near her age. In fact, they were confused about where Kristen was finding these people. Of course, Kristen just explained that they were friends of friends and that she won't be out long and she'll be back soon. After high school, Kristen was unemployed, and that was known to her parents. I mean, she was living under their roof, but random money kept coming in through the house, and the visit from guys would be more frequent. Kristen's parents both knew that something wasn't right, so they decided one day, while she was out, they were gonna look for her room. What they found didn't come as a shock, as they kind of already knew. Obviously, she had drugs. She had been selling them to the guys at the door for God knows how long, and that's how she was getting money. Obviously enraged, her parents decided to call her straight back home and have a little talk with her. Kristen ended up sofa surfing for a while from random men that she sold to, and eventually got a job. With this new job, she thought about life differently. She thought about what she's done and why it probably wasn't the best thing to do. She decided to turn herself around, so she quit taking whatever she was taking because her parents still weren't quite sure. And she decided that she was going to save up to get her own place. Eventually, in her early adulthood, she did save enough to get her own place, and she was overjoyed. She didn't quite know what to do, but she knew that she was going to figure it out by herself. At this stage where we meet Krista, she hasn't fully quit, but she is in the stages of recovery and quitting. Every now and again, her funny little brain tells her, "You're scared," so she'll always run back to something. She now imagines a new life for herself, and she wants a stable job, a husband maybe even a wife, maybe even some kids if she's lucky. Krista got to turn back before it's too late, but will she get back into it, or will she stay clean? That's really the question. Again, if you guys do want to see a series on Krista, then comment down below and I will make it happen. I just need to know what you guys want and I will do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.